Decide who you are, decide what you stand for, and decide what your standards are and what you're willing and not willing to do. And then stick with that and see yourself, your offers, and your business through. Your efforts will compound over time, and you will find yourself a 5-figure month before you know it. You're listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. I'm your host, Jill Perrick, a business and mindset coach who specializes in imposter syndrome. If you feel like you're not as smart, capable, or worthy as you actually are, and that someone is going to find you out, then you've come to the right place. I went from being a struggling government worker, working my coaching business on the side, but feeling unworthy and burnt out, to making multiple 6 figures helping women overcome imposter syndrome so they too can sign clients, make bank, and have the business or career of their dreams. I am nothing special. I have a stuttering disability, ADHD, and I struggle with anxiety and depression. So if I can learn how to feel good enough and overcome my inner imposter, then so can you. Let's dig in. Hey y'all, it's Jill. If you're listening to this on the day that it's out, that means you're listening to it on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas. But if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday, that you're taking care of yourself, that you're taking time off from your business. Whenever I go on Christmas break, I always take 2 weeks off completely. I go off of social media and just enjoy that time with my family. I relax. It's so good. And of course, I am doing some work here and there. And I've specifically been working on In the Ring, which is my 45-day sales sprint, where we're going to hit it hard for 45 days inside of your business. Every day, you're going to get a daily activation that is going to have you selling so powerfully and so confidently on your Instagram stories and in your posts. You're going to get sales prompts that are going to help you actually sell your offer consistently and powerfully each and every day, over and over again. We're going to compound those results for you, and you're going to assume the identity of somebody who already has a wildly successful business and who is raking in the coin, stacking the money, okay? It is 45 days in a Telegram channel with me, your coach Jill, and the other beautiful women inside. You're going to get sales prompts, coaching drops, daily activations, like I said, and we are going to sign clients and make sales inside of your business no matter what your offer is. You guys know that I'm the mindset queen, so there's going to be a significant amount of mindset in there as well as strategy, and this is going to be the thing to be in. Okay, so it's 2/22. Go to the link in my show notes. We start on Monday, January 6th, okay? It's going to get started there. I'm going to open up the channel on that day, and we are going to get started right away. So you're going to hit 2025 hard. It's going to be so fucking juicy. Head to the link in my show notes to sign up for that. And of course, if you're looking to work with me on a deeper level, if you're looking to work with me for longer than 45 days, if you're wanting to hit 5K to 10K a month consistently, you want to become so resilient and so confident inside of your business, you want to bust through any blocks that are holding you back from reaching your next level in your income, I'm your girl. And you can come and work with me inside of the From Imposter to Empowered program or the Real Deal Mastermind. Depending on where you're currently at, there is a container for you. So if you're making less than 5K a month, then the From Imposter to Empowered program is going to help you build that foundation to 5K months. But if you've cracked 3 to 5K consistently in your business and you're looking to create more consistent 5-figure months, those 10K plus months, you feel like you and your business are ready for that, then you are a way better fit for the Real Deal Mastermind. The links are in my show notes to check out those sales pages, and you can send me a DM at your coach Jill and we can chat and see which container is best for you. I am so ready to help you change your life in 2025, and it's going to happen inside of the From Imposter to Empowered program or the Real Deal Mastermind. So let's fucking work together. Now, time for today's episode. I want to talk to you about something that I've realized is a huge reason why I've been able to grow my monthly income to 5-figure months. I've mostly had 5-figure months since April or May of 2020. Definitely some income dips here or there, but I've been very transparent about those. But for the most part, I've been able to sustain those coveted 5-figure months. And there are many logistical strategic reasons for this. There are so many mindset and belief reasons for this. But there's one thing that is fairly obvious that you won't realize it until I say it, that there was an absence of reactivity to everything that I was doing, internal and external reactivity. So what the fuck do I mean by that? One of my mastermind clients booked a one-to-one session with me, and the session was so good. We covered so much ground. One of the many things that we covered was a timeline of her offers and launches. And we decided that there would be a period where she would sell her one-to-one coaching. I do this in between all of my launches. I'll sell like one-to-one coaching, or I'll sell the From Imposter to Empowered program or the Real Deal Mastermind, like offers that are always open for enrollment, right? And she asked me a question that spurred a great conversation and the idea for this podcast. She asked, what do you do if you don't sell any one-to-one spots, or if an offer doesn't sell? Do you just continue with your plan? And I said, yes, that's exactly what I do. And here's why I think this is so profound, because this is what causes a lot of frustration, stress, and crappy results with your online business. It's because you're being reactive to everything that is happening. You might launch an offer for a week, but 2 days in, you're hearing crickets and you're like, oh my God, no one's buying. I feel like shit. I'm gonna go hide for a week now and just stop selling. Or like my client said, you're selling one-to-one coaching and no one buys, so you put off your launch or you let yourself get discouraged. And this will fuck so many people up. Not continuing with the plan that you made is being reactive to the circumstance. And this, like I said, is something I really credit to my success without always knowing how to describe it. This feeling of no matter what, right? This feeling of no matter what happens, I'm going to stick with my plan, see myself and my business through, be committed to it no matter what. Like a couple of years ago, I had a launch in the summer where I didn't sign a single soul. And even though it was super shitty, I carried on and continued with my plans regardless of other offers and things I had in the works. Did I feel my feelings? Yes. Did I have some confidence and believe things come up? Absolutely. But as a business owner, I also had to act like a business owner, and that meant not making it mean anything and just continuing on regardless. Being reactive in business and also not having some kind of plan can really derail your success, because your success in the online space is something that compounds over time. It is an accumulation of consistent efforts. I recently was on my stories talking about how creating a new offer every time your past one didn't sell is not going to be a good look, because it's not about the offer, it's about you. And creating something new and thinking that that is going to spark someone's interest is just, it's not it. It is making it harder for them to trust you, right? You don't feel safe to them. You should be more focused on building a personal brand and your offers being an extension of your personal brand. And something that won't help you build a personal brand is you depriving yourself of offers that your audience begins to recognize as yours. I'm not saying you can never launch anything new, but something that really helps is offer awareness. Just like someone who has been around for longer has awareness when it comes to their brand, sometimes that alone will sell the offer for you, but there is no offer awareness if you're always creating something new. And when you do it because you think that's what's going to help you sell something, it's reactivity, right? Like, I'm excited about this new offer, blah, 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 but you're just reacting to everything that's happening instead of doing what you said you were going to do, sticking with the plan. Especially reactivity born out of stress and anxiety and needing money. I've completely been here, so this isn't coming from like a snobby place. It's coming from a place of knowing that when I needed money, I was reactive as fuck inside of my business. And when you're reactive, something that you easily do is lower your standards inside of your business. And you go against what's best for you and your business in the long run. So I have signed clients that I felt in my gut probably weren't the best fit because I felt reactive and needed the money. In quotations. I prioritize the money over the long-term effects, but you pay the price for being reactive in this way, even if it's not right away. And you end up not becoming the business owner you want to be and not making the money you want to make because of this. You create offers and do things that aren't in alignment. You lower your standards, and every failure, in quotations, because there is truly no such thing, is like the biggest fucking deal in the world to you when you are reactive like this. So let's go back to my failed launch. At the time, it feels like a big deal, but because I was non-reactive even then, I was just able to zoom out and see this flop launch as just a tiny blip on my career as a whole. Just like my Uber Eats era, like a tiny blip in a very long career. And even if you've gone a while without sales, if things have been quiet, it is just a blip. One of my clients was really going through it. she was going through a little client drought, and then she started making sales again. But during the drought, I was like, you're in the void right now. It sucks, but the way that you act during the void is what's going to get you out of the void and also determine what happens in the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months from now. Your efforts are compounding, your work is compounding, and if you slow down, if you stop, if you make a shitty little thing mean something, you fuck up the momentum that you could have had down the line. And when I talk about lowering your standards, here are some ways that I see this to be true. It can look like lowering your prices or giving a huge discount if people haven't bought yet, abandoning your own work boundaries or boundaries with clients because you're feeling sensitive or insecure, quitting in the middle of a sales period or a launch, or putting things off on your timeline because things didn't go perfectly to plan. And these things may seem small, like it may feel at the time like it's no big deal that you're canceling a launch because people aren't signing up and it doesn't feel aligned, but in the long term, these effects are real, not only strategically, but also what it does to your mindset, your belief, and your confidence. Releasing the urge to be emotionally reactive in my business has absolutely catapulted me into 5-figure months so consistently because there's a maturity to not being so reactive, and you're spending a lot of time embodying the person who expects to have results that you're planning for, even if you don't always get them. I've been doing this since the day I launched my very first group coaching program. In January 2019, I launched a group coaching program for $25, and obviously that was a total shit show. But months later, I launched a group program for $1,300 and I had a 5K launch. I was ecstatic, and since then I've had many launches, some super successful and some have just been okay and some have completely flopped. But the thing is, you probably don't even realize that because I just kept going and continuing regardless. I am going to get coached, analyze the data, see what worked and what didn't, but most importantly, I'm going to keep doing my thing because my success is inevitable. Me being a millionaire, inevitable. Me changing thousands of women's lives is inevitable. And there has to be some leadership here, right? Like I have to act as if I was running $1 million business. And that bitch would make a plan that aligns with what she desires to do, execute the plan, and keep trucking regardless of the results. Especially because I know that we can make a plan and plan for income to come through a certain avenue, but especially when you own a business, it can come through in many other ways. Like doing my content course launch, I had like 4 inquiries for one-to-one coaching that week, and that is the beauty of running your own business. You can have a plan, but don't be so rigid with the plan that it needs to go exactly as planned for you to feel good about yourself. Leave room for magic and other possibilities, for lessons. But most of all, keep on fucking moving. Decide who you are, decide what you stand for, and decide what your standards are and what you're willing and not willing to do. And then stick with that and see yourself, your offers, and your business through. Your efforts will compound over time and you will find yourself a 5-figure month before you know it. Okay? All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and that you have a safe and happy new year. I'm so excited to coach you in 2025. If you're making less than $5K a month, the From Imposter to Empowered program is going to be your jam. The community, the curriculum, the coaching you get inside of this. You're going to create a business foundation of 5K months. You are going to be the person that creates them as well. And then if you're at the stage of, I'm ready to step into 5-figure months, then the Real Deal Mastermind is going to be your next step. And don't forget about In the Ring, my 45-day sales sprint, where you're going to go fucking hard, sign clients, and make all of the sales in just 45 days. All these links are in my show notes. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here and for being such a loyal listener on the pod. I will see you in 2025. Hey babe, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Screenshot it and put it on your stories and tag me at your coach Jill. And if you really love me, you'll rate and review the podcast. And if you screenshot it before you submit the review and send it to me, I will send you a free gift on me. If you want to take this work deeper, come and work with me in the From Imposter to Empowered program or the Real Deal Mastermind. And finally, if you want just a snippet of my work to feel what it's like to be in my world, then you need to buy my best-selling book, You're Not Special, and you can get that on Amazon. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week.